My name is Vera. I'm a health and wellness instructor from Stonebridge Community Services, and that means my job is to keep you moving and motivated on the mat. Today we're here at the Port Stanley Fitness Center with a great full body workout focusing on hips, backs, and shoulders. When you're ready, let's get started. We're going to start on our hands and knees. With the knees directly under the hips, let's start with the toes pointed, hands directly under the shoulders. If this does bother you to be on your wrists, a couple things might help. It might help to have your hands forward. If you do need to come on your elbows, feel free. And also, if you need some pillows under your knees for a little extra cushioning, that's okay. Whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable. So when you're ready, we're going to start with a little cat-cow. So we're just a little gentle mobilization for the spine. So the tailbone comes down towards your heels, and we're going to look down towards our knees. And then as you let your tailbone come up towards the ceiling, just look up towards the ceiling as well. And then start to look down towards the knees as you tip your tailbone down towards the floor. And then eyes and tailbone to the ceiling. So we're not forcing anything, we're just warming up the spine, looking down towards the knees. And then exhale, look up towards the ceiling. Try to breathe into the back of your ribs as you look down towards the knees and tip that tailbone. And for the last time, exhale out and up towards the ceiling with the tail and the eyes. And then back to that spot in the center. And now when you're ready, we're just going to let the tailbone come down towards the heel. And then up. So all we're doing now is lubricating the hips with that little tip back. Nice straight spine. And back. And up. Let's go two more. Tailbone to the heel. So wherever your hips let you go. And up, and very last one, and up we go. And now when you're ready, we want to start by just letting the shoulder blades slide together. So think of squeezing the shoulder blades together and then sliding them apart. And then squeeze, 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 elbows stay straight, and pull the shoulder blades apart. We want to be careful that we're not crunching or hunching those shoulders up towards the ears. Try to keep the shoulders down low as you squeeze and pull. Let's go two more. Just mobilizing those shoulder blades. Really important that they're not stuck for that strong shoulder and shoulder mobility. And very last one, big squeeze. And then when you're ready, back to the center. And now let's bring our left hand on the left shoulder, and we're just going to look up towards the ceiling, elbow towards the ceiling, open up that chest and shoulder, and just relax. Two more, just open up. Try to look up past that elbow and down. One more time, just going to take a peek up towards the ceiling, and then if you can, reach, 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 reach. Like there's something just out of reach, and relax. Good job. Same thing on the other side. We're going to put that hand on the shoulder. I'll just turn so you can see me. Hand to the shoulder. You're going to start by steering that elbow up towards the sky, and then just see if you can come down again to that relaxed position. And then when you're ready, just look up past that elbow. Up we go. And down. Whatever range of motion feels good for you. One more time. And then if it's okay, add that little reach, reach, reach. See how high you can reach. Open up that chest. Well done. And then down we go. And then from here, we're going to let that tailbone just slide down towards your heels. And up. And back. Nice long spine. Let's go two more. Tail to the heels. Wherever your hips let you go this morning. And then one more time back. And if it's okay, sit back on the feet. the shoulders back. Just gonna let the feet relax, get all the tension out of the front of your ankles. And then we'll go figure eights with the wrists. So we're just gonna come up and around. 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Give it a little shake. Those wrists have been working hard. And then when you're ready, back to that hands and knees position. This time we're gonna tuck the toes under. And now when you're ready, we're going to reach that left leg out nice and long. And now really think about engaging the abs. So imagine somebody's going to give you that little push. Squeeze the glute as you push that toe away and lift. And just imagine there's some beach sand and you're just going to flip it away with your toe as you lift, engaging the glute. And 3, and down, and 4, and down, 2 more, 5, and down, last one, and now just see if you can unweight that opposite hand. Only if that's okay. If you feel a little wobbly here, you want to keep that hand close to the floor, that way it's your training wheel. If you lose balance, you can put it down easily. If you're feeling pretty good and strong here, you can reach that arm out as far away from your toes as you can go. Hold it there and breathe for 4, and 3, and 2, and down. Perfect. We'll come up one more time, just some wrist circles. 3, and 2, and let's pause and reverse. This time your toes are tucked. Just gonna stretch the front of the toes out. And then down we go. We're going to reach the other leg up. Nice and long, not lifting yet. Really reaching to that heel. And then when you're ready, we're just going to push the toe away and lift. Strong abs. And down. And 2. And down. And 3. And down. And 4. 2 more. 5. Very last one. Then we're going to unweight the opposite hand, and only if it's okay, reach, reach, reach. So your toes are as far away from your hand as they can breathe. Make sure you breathe. 4, and 3, and 2, and down. Perfect. And now when you're ready, we're going to sit back onto the heels. We're going to let the head lower down towards. I'm going to adjust myself, and then arms out to the side, and now we're just going to lift the arms up and down. So just like you're flapping your wings. 2, and down. 3, and down. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Perfect. And now when you're ready, roll over so that you're facing me. If you need a pillow under your head, feel free to grab one. If it's okay to put your arm under there, that's perfect. And now just imagine you're against a wall. Your head, your bottom, and your feet are all against that invisible wall. And so the feet are glued together. We're going to start with the clams. So really just open and keeping the hips and belly button facing forward as we open and close. And 2, and down. So this is a really important exercise to work that deep set of glutes that really helps to protect your back. Let's go 3 more. Just opening as far as you can without your hips or belly button changing position, so we don't want our torso to roll with this, staying nice and still in your upper body. Perfect, and now we're going to let the foot lift as we lift the knee. And down. Relax the neck. 2, and down. And 3. Good job. We have 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Don't let that leg come all the way down. We're going to let the knee come up towards your nose, and then just gonna let your hip extend so we're pushing pushing that heel back towards the back wall. Trying to keep perfectly still through the sternum as we come forward. And what I mean by that is sometimes when we go back, we tip forward a bit. So try not to let that happen. Try to stay really still as you come forward and back, relaxing the neck. 2 more. And back. Very last one. And now we're going to let that leg come behind your heel of this front leg and then just let it drop down for a little stretch. So you should feel a nice stretch through the outside of your hip, and that's really a hard position to stretch. So take a few seconds to just let that relax, let the knee just relax down towards the floor, just opening up through that outside of the hip. And then when you're ready, we're going to keep, actually let's push that knee towards your heel a bit. So just pushing that back knee into your heel of that front leg. This might get a little more stretch when you push out through your hip a little bit. Perfect, and relax. And now hopefully that hip is settled down and relaxed, and we can just lift it up and then lower it behind the heel of that front leg and lift and lower. And 3 and let's go 3 more and 2 more. We're almost there. Very last one. Fabulous. And now let's restack. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll over onto our belly. And then when we're here, we're going to slide our thumbs right beside our shoulders. A little bit of a double chin so that you're extending, looking down at the floor. And then just trying to keep that nice straight upper body, so you're trying to avoid looking forward at the wall. We want to keep looking at the floor as we extend through the upper part of our spine and down. So just working all those posture muscles up and down. Now totally optional. You can keep your hands on the floor. If you do, we're trying to stay as light as we can, trying to make that upper part of your thoracic spine do all the work and down. But if you can, if it's okay, when your head comes up, just lift your hands and elbows towards the ceiling and down. Keep that double chin if you can as you lift. Keep looking down at the mat. Hands can be down or up, you decide. And down. 2 more. Up and down. Very last one. Up and hold. 4 and 3 and 2 and relax. Perfect. When you're ready, we're going to turn our whole upper body so that we can work the other side and we'll still be facing me. So we're starting in that position with the knees bent. And we're just going to have that invisible wall behind us. Try to keep the hips and belly button facing forward. Maybe just want to push that iliac crest down and make room for a little trail of ants here. So we want to avoid just succumbing to gravity. Everything here is strong and straight. And then when you're ready, we're going to just open up into that clam and 2. Just opening as far as you can without rolling that upper body. 3. We have 3 more. 3. Almost there. 2 more. 2. Good job. And then just 1 more. 1. Nice work. From here, we're going to let that foot lift with the knee. And down. And 2. And down. And 3. And we have 3 more. Halfway there. 2 more. 2. leg doesn't quite come down this time, we're going to let the knee come up like you're going to touch it to your nose. And then pushing that heel away like there's something behind you. Just want to push away, opening up through that hip. And then just let that knee float forward towards the nose. And then extend back through the hip. Good job. And forward. Really important to work this backwards range of motion. We lose that hip extension as we age, and that's why we start to shuffle, so that spinal extension is really important. Reach. And one more. Forward and back. And now we're going to bring that knee behind that heel and just let it drop down. Good job. So just give it a minute to relax, opening up through the side of that hip where we tend to be a little bit tight. Let everything release and relax. You might even want to push that leg into the front foot. And even if you curl the heel back a bit, you might feel a little more of a quad stretch. So whatever feels comfy for you. Nice deep breathing. Just a minute to let everything relax and release. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift that leg up and then let it fall down behind that front heel. And up and three and down. Three more. You're almost there. Two more. And then very last one. And down. Good job. You should feel a little bit of that on the outside of the hips, making your hips nice and strong as our door. And now when you're ready, we're rolling over onto our backs. We're going to have our knees bent about hip width. Walk the feet in towards the hands. And then when you're ready, we're going to let that right leg just fold up towards the chest. And then we're going to put our hand up. And as we push down into the knee, we're going to push the knee into our hand. You should feel your core wake up when you do this. Shoulders are wide, necks relaxed. Just push, push, push. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. And now just give that knee a little squeeze. Hug it into the chest. And then when you're ready, we're going to straighten that leg out as much as we can. It's not going to be perfect when we have it hugged in tight to the chest, but that's okay. We're going to get the knee side of the hamstring, and that's really important. That's where we tend to be a little tighter. Couple deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, just loosen the arm up and straighten that leg out as much as you can. So nice straight leg, push, push, pushing that heel towards the ceiling and straightening that leg as much as you can. Nice job. From here, we're just going to put our hands down to the side. We want to just give that leg a little shake. And then when you're ready, try to press or keep your back pressed into the floor as you lower down a few inches. And just find that spot where it's a little more challenging to keep your back flat and hold it there. And now if it's okay to go down a few more inches, just wherever you can go, a little more challenging maybe to keep your back flat there. But if you find that your back, you can't keep it flat on the floor, keep that leg a little higher. And only if you can go a little bit further, you decide. See if you can hold that back nice and flat. Keep breathing. Shoulders are relaxed. 4 and 3 and 2. Good job. And now bend that leg in. Nice work. We're going to switch sides. Going to let the hands come up. Push the knee into the hands. And then push the hands into the knees, creating that opposition. Waking that core up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then just give that knee a big hug. And when you're ready, straighten that leg out as much as you can. Again, it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Nice deep breathing here. Shoulders are wide, necks relaxed, trying to draw the breath right into where you feel any sort of tension. Nice deep breaths. And then when you're ready, we're going to let that arm straighten out and that leg straighten out and just push that heel up towards the ceiling, trying to get that leg as straight as you can now. Perfect. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that hands down to the side. Let's give the legs a little shake, just loosen everything up. And now keep your back pressed against the mat as you start to lower that leg down. Trying to stay even through the back of the hips. Good job. Now, if that's really challenging, you can take the knee in and have a rest. But if you're okay to go down a few more inches, just wherever you can go without that back lifting away from the floor, so everything's nice and tight and engaged. And your choice whether you want to go down a few more inches, trying to stay even through the back of your hips. Hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2. Good job. And down. Nice work. Now let's walk the hands down towards the feet up towards the hands. Shoulders are wide, cinch the waist, squeeze the glutes, energy in the toes, and up into our bridge. Nice and even through the back of the shoulders. Let's hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2. And just tap your bottom down. Little squeeze, energy in the toes, up with the hips. Hold it there. Shoulders are wide, arms are long. Maybe press into the arms and lengthen. Hold it there 4 and 3 and 2. And just tap down with the bottom. 2 more to go. Squeeze glutes, energy in the toes. Up we go. Now think about lengthening through the knees, pushing those knees right to the other wall. Holding it there for 4. Press into the arms. 3, 2, and down. 1 more time. Squeeze glutes, energy in the toes. Up we go with the hips. Hold it there. 4 and 3 and 2 and down. Good job. Let's let our feet come together. Arms out to the side. We're going to let the knees fall to the left, and as we do, just look over your right shoulder. And now as the knees come up and over to the other side, we're going to switch our gaze over to the other hand, so just looking away from the knees. Oops. Perfect. And then big breath in, and back to the center. Perfect. And then when you're ready, we're just going to let the arms just reach out as far away from each other as you can. And then press them into the floor. And then relax and just lift your hands up. Imagine there's little plates on your hands, so you're just hovering above the ground. Let your arms come up, keeping the ribs heavy. And up. And down. And on the last one, as we raise the arms overhead, we're going to turn the little baby fingers towards the ceiling and just pick some invisible apples overhead. Just lower myself down so I don't get out of that screen. Reach, reach, reach. Perfect. And then let your hands come down into a W shape and push the hands and forearms to the floor. So just again, working that posture. And as you're here, a little double chin, look down at the knees, and just let the head gently push into the mat. And relax. And press hands, elbows, back of the head, look down at the knees. Perfect. And then when you're ready, we're just going to hold the back of the knee and come right up to seated. We'll finish with the final stretch. You can sit however you're comfortable, whether you want to go cross-legged or just legs out. roll the shoulders back, just 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. And now let's take both hands all the way up. We're going to push into the hands and lengthen. Perfect. And now just bring both hands behind the back. Let's gently pull that left wrist down to the floor. Little bit of a double chin and tip the ear over to the right. Hold it there and breathe. Just let all that tension drain from your neck and shoulders. One more deep breath, gently pulling that wrist down to the floor. And then just hold on to that other wrist and gently pull it down. Keep that double chin. If you're holding your right hand now, we're going to bring the ear over to the left. Nice deep breathing. Relax through the neck and shoulders. Perfect. And then back to the center. Both hands all the way up. Reach for the sky. Press, press, press. We're going to just let that right hand come all the way up to the ceiling. Left hand to the floor. Go as high as you can and then up and over, opening up between the ribs and the hips on the side. And other hand up towards the ceiling as long as you can reach. And then really think of opening up through the ribs and the hips, pushing that sitting bone down to the floor and down. Last big breath, reach for the sky. Come forward, take a bow for a job well done. Thank you for joining me today. I really hope that I can help you guys because you're the ones that are really helping everyone else, and I really appreciate all you do. Take care, have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.